Bonobos look like us, but not because they're like similar to us, about the same family, such as primates, but also because they truly care for their families and young. Some reason animals show love to each other is because they do whatever it takes to commit to families and to ensure the survival of their offspring. Many infants that are in love are going to be completely social towards each other, especially for the greeting of a newborn, like here in Shark Bay of Western Australia. Bottlenose dolphins. This pod just had a new arrival and is ready to greet it. A boy calf, no more than a few hours old. Before he was born, this mother was recently have 7 calves, and now an 8th. Instinctively, he saw his mother's every move. The mom called continuously to him, as if to say, I'm here, I'm here. In the first hours, the newborn calf is on a learning curve. Less than a meter long, the newborn calf boy must perfect the art of breathing and swimming. Bobbing up and down, the calf's movements are jerky and uncoordinating. His tendrils of fin is still floppy from being squished from inside mom. The mom just let the calf out of her sight for a second. Until now, the man tries to be alone with her newborn, but has given time to adjust to his new world. Then, something remarkable happens as the rest of the pod's family starts to arrive. As if to celebrate, daughters and grandchildren are gathering to celebrate the welcome of the new youngster into the family. Whether the mom comes in would never be known, but at least the rest of the pod can meet the newborn calf boy. With her family around her, the mom can afford to relax, knowing there's safety in numbers. While the Barnard's dolphins bring sometimes a piece of their families, there are others who are on a search for prey, as they are predators. The Northern Sea, a caviala. Orcas, the largest members of the dolphin family. They can grow to nearly 30 feet long and weigh 7 tons. Each needs to catch about 100 pounds of food a day. Not easy in the polar winters. Unless you know where to look. During the colder months, the favorite prey shelters in protected fjords. Herring. In their millions. Tracking down the exact location can be trickier. Catching them is even harder. The family is led by an experienced female, the matriarch. She's teaching her family how to cleverly hunt. The family pod homes in on a vast shawl. As long as the herring keeps formation, they're hard to single out. But the orcas have a plan. The pausing calls, not flashing their white bellies. They herd the herring into the shallows. In the panic, the fish form into tighter and tighter shoals. until finally the orcas can strike. Smashing the tailflips create powerful pressure waves. A barrage of knockout blows. Once the fish is done, the orcas can eat at leisure. Orcas maximize the hunting success by working as a team. And then soon, this matriarch's family won't be able to get the knowledge they need to get chaos in themselves, as well as their generation as a whole. Many immigrant families have to teach their young the ways of survival. Even so, they must protect them, especially in the harshest environments, like Antarctica. Here in the northwest coast is a colony of emperor penguins. The Westmont's glowing winter is on its way, and the emperors prepare for it by starting new families. They're courted, they're mated, the eggs are laid, one per pair. The most fun brooded, though, the father will. One of the most precarious parts of the process is the handover. 20 seconds on the ice, and the egg will freeze. It's quickly onto the father's feet, then snuggle under a fold of skin. The mothers need to go to sea. Producing such a big egg has taken a lot out of them. They need to eat now, and they'll be back in the spring. After a short hike, they should wake in the ice, take a gulp of air, and the element with the most stay at home. As for the fathers, they get a lingering sunset. It's the last sunset they'll see for more than 2 months, and the last iota of warmth. Now they have darkness, savage winds, nothing to eat, nothing to do but take their turn at the edge of the huddle and shuffle along on their heels as they keep their eggs off the ice. There is no sun, with makers and comfort moons and the stars and the dancing southern lights. There's an inner comfort too, the instinctive confidence that the sun will return, with it, along with their mates. Here in Vancouver Island of Canada, there's one animal parent who's going to protect her young when it comes at a life's end, or close to near it. A giant Pacific octopus on a search for a meal. She's probably an ambush predator. First, finding a place to hide. And then changing colors so that you can't be seen. Her favorite meal are crabs. And this one has no idea what it's walking into. But she's not full. She's still hungry for more. She takes as many crabs as she can get. And for a very good reason. She's having her last meals. She's putting on a big responsibility of a lifeline. She has about 100,000 eggs. And she's been caring for them once for a lifetime. It was a few days ago. She released them, besides to get some food. But that huge crab hunt really throws her, so that she can never leave them ever again. She's now in protective mode. Make sure the eggs don't get gobbled up by predators. She will keep close on a woman's watch, even if it will cost her her own life. Within the coming days and weeks, the hatch inside the eggs is still in development, giving for the emergence into the new world. Under the protection of a very sacrificial mom. When the day finally arrives, the newborn giant octopuses will emerge from the eggs and take off to the new home. They don't need their mom's teachings. They already know what it means to be an octopus instinctively. Mom's energy was totally drained out. Giving the last of what she's got until Oswayne arrives. It may be heartbroken, but it's beneficial to ensure the new generation of giant octopuses carry on with their lives using knowledge they have from her. But yet animals are to reach adulthood, they need to be taught essential life skills. But to use later in a lifetime. Here in Borneo, there's one animal who's essentially clever of teaching. Bornean orangutans, one of our closest relatives. A young orangutan takes more than 10 years to become independent. Everything must be taught by its mother. Like learning how to crack coconuts. Orangutans have to spend 6 hours a day foraging for food. So breakfast doubles as a perfect learning opportunity. Orangutans learn from example. Since young male has to carefully watch his mom and see how it's done. Once he sees, he catches on immediately. Now it's his turn. But his puzzle seems to be too hard to crack. Once he seems not to be getting the hang of it, he asks his mom for help. Since you're another example of cracking using tools. Just like that. Everyone knows her young man was learning to do this on his own if he's ever to live independently. Time to give it another go. Find out a coconut. Now I want to find a tool. Bingo. While doing this, you have to make sure you don't hurt yourself or risk injury. Hit the jackpot. But that's just one coconut he has cracked. That's what he should do. If he's ever already able to learn the ropes and master a cracking one. Luckily for him, his mother will always be right by his side to show him more ropes to live independently. Many immigrant parents have created ways of protecting their young, and sometimes in the most unexpected ways. In the forest of Ecuador, an animal's mating game has just begun. A male glassfrog calls for a mate. And a female responds. Spurred by the rain, they both come down to the stream to engage in an intimate and ancient ritual. These amphibians spend the dry season in the canopy. But when the rain comes, it's time to mate. Before mating, a female glassfrog walks around on a leaf collecting water, causing her to swell up and hydrate the eggs inside of her. When When the female releases the eggs, the male catches them with his hind legs and fertilizes them. As the eggs develop over the next 2 weeks, both frog parents play important parental roles. One takes a turn hydrating the eggs. One helps stand guard from predators. Wasps are the primary predators of glass frog eggs. When the eggs are exposed and alone, they can go up in seconds. But when you have watchful parents, they display some unique defenses. A ninja kick. Glass frogs may be transparent, but as parents, they're solid as a rock.